and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a bit of a fun one that's going to be relating to a live stream and a bit of discussion about Thor and possible buff that he should be getting. But before that, I just want to say something really quickly. Soon I'm going to be releasing my 100th video, and I was wondering if you guys wanted me to make anything special for my 100th video. Anyways, let me know if you think of anything like that. But for a little bit of fun, we're going to start off by talking about Mjölnir. Mjölnir, as you may know, is the magical hammer of Thor. So, once I find Thor, I will start discussing history and fun facts about Mjölnir. Here we go. Here's Thor, and you can see Mjölnir in hand. Mjölnir is made by Eitri out of the Asgardian metal Uru. Mjölnir was made in a dying star called Nidavellir. Eitri made Mjölnir based upon a bet that Loki made in the comics, stating that no one could surpass some other weapons, and then they commissioned Eitri to make some weapons. And one of the weapons, which later becomes known as Mjölnir, was meant to be a large hammer held by two hands, but Loki, in fear of losing his bet, stabs Eitri on Nidavellir so he can no longer finish the weapon that he intended. Now, Mjölnir can only be wielded by one hand, as you can see Thor doing here. Mjölnir also possesses multiple mystical elements, on top of being very strong. For instance, Mjölnir allows Thor to summon the Bifrost and summon various weather elements and control them. Mjölnir also allows Thor to fly by spinning really fast. Mjölnir possesses an enchantment made by Odin, which is Thor's father, which hence he is called Thor Odinson, and the enchantment goes like this: whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. This leads to a lot of fun interactions with Mjölnir that no one else other than Thor and a select few characters, such as Vision, can actually wield Mjölnir. So, and often to incapacitate various enemies, Thor will just kind of place Mjölnir on top of the enemies as they cannot lift it. Not even the Hulk can lift Mjölnir. Mjölnir also seems to have a life of its own, as it will always return to Thor when summoned. No matter where Thor is, when he summons Mjölnir, Mjölnir will come. Also, whenever Thor throws Mjölnir, it will return exactly to the point where it was thrown from. I'm sorry I'm having a lot of fun with this story about Mjölnir, but I believe I can't really talk too much more about Mjölnir, so that time is coming to an end, and let's talk about Thor. Thor needs a buff. He really, really needs a buff, and here's some thoughts that I have on making Thor relevant again. First off, let's look at that speed. 80. That is horrible. Bump that up like by 25, 30 points. Thor should be a fast character. He really is. He can fly around, but he walks around like he's a truck with no legs, and that's horrible. So bump up Thor's speed. That's the beginning of it. His damage could also use for a small buff. Again, I'm not trying to completely change Thor, and I don't think they should make him overpoweringly Ultron level good, but they really do need to make him better because he's so powerful, but in the game he's just okay. So his basic here, I think, does pretty good damage. Maybe add a small add slow with a small chance of stun, like 10% chance that you actually stun someone when you hit them with that. Makes sense. Hammer throw. Here's where my plan gets a little more interesting. The way that I see it is it's an okay move, but its chance of chain is so horrible. It needs to be a guaranteed chance to chain up to several targets, at least hits 3 targets at a minimum, and can chain up to whatever, 9, 10, whatever it says. But the way that I'm thinking of a new interaction, where whenever he uses this, he gets counterattack, but it's a special counterattack, that the hammer doesn't come back to him after he throws it right away. It carries on going. The moment someone hits him, it comes back, re-hits every character that it hit on the way out, and then hits the character who's hitting him while he does that. However, if no one attacks him before his next turn, the counterattack stack disappears, and it just hits all the people along the way, comes to his hand so he can take his next turn. I like his ultimate, keep it as it is. Maybe bump up the chance to stun to 50%, but that is what it is. Now this passive. oof, his passive is bad. Maybe gain 5% damage for each Avenger ally and 10% or 5% speed for each Asgardian ally. But with only one Asgardian ally, 5% damage for Loki is not worth it. So I don't really have a complete thought for everything, but I think this is a really good place to start with revamping Thor. He's going to be a big part of the movies, at least of Endgame. And that's what I think we need to do with Thor. Make him better, make him more relevant, and maybe that'll boost the Avengers in time. And then as more Asgardians come to the game, which I do hope they will, it'll be good for that. Again, 100th video coming soon. Let me know any ideas you guys have for that. And talking about things coming soon, and Avengers Endgame, a supposedly big part of that movie will be Captain Marvel, and I'm doing a giveaway for her on my channel. A good way to enter right now is to hit that subscribe button. Also, down in the video description are 3 other ways to enter the giveaway, and other ways that you can support the channel and join a Discord. So there's a link to a Discord, a Patreon, and a Tippy. If you're interested in any of those, feel free to do that. Also, go check out the full video for the giveaway if you're interested in more information. And as always, I'm here to help.